Hi, my name is Robert Chelle with Chelle Law, and my law firm assists veterinarians with employment contract and independent contractor agreement issues. Today I'm going to talk about salary versus production in veterinary medicine. So there are infinite numbers of compensation models for veterinarians or veterinary associates when you're working either for a corporate practice or maybe a vet-owned practice. So I'm going to talk about the differences between the two and then maybe the kind of pros and cons of either. So if you have a straight salary as a veterinary associate, that just simply means none of your productivity is taken into account. You get, I don't know, let's just say $120,000 a year. It doesn't matter how many, animals that you provide care to per day or any of the net collections that you have. It's just you go in, you do the work that's in front of you, you get paid a set amount, and that's it. For some people, that's, I guess, a desirable thing. They don't have to worry about, what their productivity is on a monthly basis. And then for others, they don't like it because there's no incentive to work harder, see more clients, and therefore they're not compensated for working very hard. I'm not saying one is better than the other. It really depends upon the vet, and it also depends upon the location. And think of it this way: if you're on a productivity-based compensation model and you are a vet in a practice that's maybe had trouble staffing with vet techs, or the front office staff is inefficient, you are penalized because of outside factors. If you're having to do vet tech activities yourself because there's no one else to do them, it's going to cut down on your production and you're going to make less down the road. And obviously there's been a pretty enormous problem in the veterinary industry with getting proper staff. And so when you're, looking at a new position potentially, you absolutely need to ask, how has your staffing been? Has it been a problem? Has it affected the productivity of the veterinarians in the practice? If it has been, what are you doing to fix those problems? These are all things that you need to look at if you're going into a position that's offering a productivity-based compensation model. So, salary, you just get paid one amount, you don't have to worry about your productivity. Now, with a production-based model, there's a number of different ways of doing it. The pro-sal method is used a lot in veterinary medicine, and so what that is kind of a hybrid of you get a flat base amount, and then your productivity is kind of a bonus on top of that. I'm simplifying this, I'm not going to get into it, but basically, ultimately it is based upon your production, but you'll have kind of a flat draw on a monthly basis, and then depending upon whether your productivity covers that draw, you may get a percentage of whatever the collections are above that. Or alternatively, if your productivity doesn't cover the salary, it could be a negative balance, could be moved forward into the next month or quarter, whenever it's reconciled. So if you're in a practice that has great staffing, it's very efficient, has high volume, the work is there to do, then it likely would be advantageous to have some kind of productivity incentive where you would make more. But in the opposite, there's staffing problems, they're inefficient, maybe the volume is low, it has absolutely nothing to do with the vet's work ethic or ability to see patients quickly or any of that kind of stuff. A straight base might make sense in that situation. So hopefully that kind of clears up the difference between the two. If you have any questions about an employment contract or independent contractor agreement as a vet associate, feel free to contact my law firm at the phone number listed below in the description. You can reach us through our website listed below as well. And I appreciate you watching the video. Thanks.